Polygamy, Part 8. Alice cooked and dished food for the entire family. From the very moment Alice bent over the fireplace stirring the clay pot and singing softly under her breath, the midwife had felt something shift in the wind. Alice was never the type to cook for anybody. She was selfish to her bones, everybody in the village knew it. So for her to prepare food for the whole household, including Felicia, the midwife's heart tightened like a knotted rope. She kept her eyes on Alice from afar, pretending to be busy grinding pepper on a flat stone, but truly watching every move. It was when she saw Alice pluck those strange reddish leaves from behind the hut earlier that morning, leaves known among the old women as ecomuphoca, the herb that slowly kills pregnancies without harming the mother's stomach, that her suspicion became certainty. Alice was cooking wickedness. When it was time to serve the food, the midwife quietly slipped around the back of the hut, lifted her loose wrapper and revealed a small clay bowl she had hidden underneath. She whispered sharply to Felicia from behind the bamboo wall. "Pass me that one way Alice cook, quick. Quick. No let see." Felicia, confused but obedient, quickly swapped her plate with the one the midwife handed her. She resumed eating calmly while Alice stood at the doorway watching with a satisfied smile. Alice muttered under her breath, a wicked smirk curling on her lips. "Eat, oh eat. Nothing go happen to you, but those babies where you they carry, soon them go die. And when that happen, Odom must come back to me, his first joy, his first hope." She folded her arms proudly, unaware that her plan had failed. The midwife, hiding behind the hut, clenched the poisoned food tightly. She had seen Alice preparing that dangerous herb with her own eyes. She knew it was meant for Felicia. She spilled the evil food on the ground and crushed the leaves beneath her feet. And still, Felicia ate peacefully and smiled. Alice waited, watching for signs, pain, discomfort, dizziness, anything. But Felicia finished the food and remained strong. No stomach cramps. No weakness. Nothing. All night, Alice couldn't sleep. At every small noise, she ran to Felicia's room only to find her lying comfortably. By morning, Alice nearly screamed when she saw Felicia and young Bola already cooking breakfast together, laughing, surrounded by the warm morning sun. "Is she a witch?" Alice whispered to herself. "How is she still fine? And her baby's still moving?" That afternoon, Felicia sat outside the hut with Bola, telling childhood stories when she suddenly felt a sharp pain shoot through her lower belly.
"Ow!
She
My
gripped
waist!"
the wooden stool and exhaled deeply. The pain grew stronger. The midwife ran over, placed her hand on Felicia's abdomen, felt the tightening, checked her opening and swallowed hard. She called Chief Odom aside. "Your wife go soon born. Her cervix done open. From now to few days, labor fit start fully." Odom's eyes widened with joy. But when Alice overheard it, she froze. "No. Impossible. She cannot give birth before me." Her face twisted in rage. That night, she sneaked into the midwife's chamber and emptied the special dilating herbs the midwife had prepared for Felicia. She replaced them with her own darker mixture, one that could complicate labor and even threaten life. When the midwife returned, she instantly knew something was wrong. The scent was off. The color was far too dark. She didn't waste time, she threw everything away and brewed a fresh batch from scratch. Felicia drank it, and within hours her contractions grew stronger and more rhythmic. Behind the hut, Alice had drunk the entire calabash of labor herbs, hoping to force her labor so she would give birth the same day as Felicia. It worked. She soon fell to her knees, groaning and gripping the ground as waves of contractions hit her. The midwife checked her and found that she was indeed in labor. But something felt off. The smell of strong delivery herbs clung to Alice even though the midwife had not given her any. Still, she said nothing. Both women were carried into the delivery hut, Felicia with her twins and Alice with her single pregnancy. Outside, Chief Odom paced anxiously. His kinsman stood with him, none of them were allowed inside the birthing room. Only Mola rushed in and out carrying water, herbs, cloths, and messages for the midwife. Inside, the hut roared with labor cries and the scent of burning herbs. Soon enough, Felicia pushed out her first baby. A boy. The midwife shouted, "It is a..." But immediately Alice screamed loudly, drowning the midwife's announcement. She pretended her pain had peaked at that exact moment so nobody would hear what Felicia had delivered. Felicia pushed again and delivered a girl. A boy and a girl, twins of perfect balance. Bola saw them both and smiled with relief. Moments later, Alice also delivered a single baby girl. But life shifted sharply inside the delivery hut. While Felicia was weak from pushing 2 babies, the midwife suddenly sent Mola outside to fetch more herbs. Bola dropped her tray and ran. And in that brief window, when Felicia lay exhausted and Mola had not returned, Alice sat up, her eyes wild, her fingers trembling. She leaned forward and whispered savagely to the midwife. "Now, remember our agreement. If you no do wetin I say, I go swear say you try poison me. I go ruin you. I go finish your name." Earlier that month, Alice had promised the midwife a huge sum of money, wrappers, and gold beads if she would help her exchange the babies. She had also threatened her fiercely. The midwife, trapped between fear and greed, hesitated, but eventually nodded. And so the wicked exchange happened within seconds. Alice handed the midwife her newborn daughter. The midwife placed Alice's child beside Felicia. Then, with shaking hands, she lifted Felicia's firstborn son, still covered in birth fluids yet warm with life, and placed him beside Alice. Felicia lay half-conscious, unaware of the treachery unfolding inches from her. By the time Bola returned, the babies were already wrapped. Alice now held Felicia's son. Felicia was left with 2 girls. The twin girl. And Alice's daughter disguised as hers. Outside, Chief Odam's heart swelled with joy when he heard 2 cries, then a third. He assumed everything was perfect. But inside the hut, destiny had been twisted. A mother separated from her son. A child placed in the arms of a woman who wished his real mother dead. A midwife trembling with guilt. And Alice. Alice smiling triumphantly. To be continued.